Hello, everyone. Welcome to Easy English, the podcast where learning English becomes simple, practical, and enjoyable. I'm so happy you're here today. Whether you're just starting your English journey or you've been learning for a while, this podcast is made especially for you. Our goal is simple: to help you improve your English step by step with easy lessons, real-life examples, and daily speaking tips that you can actually use. So grab a notebook, relax, and let's spend the next few minutes learning together. Remember, every fluent English speaker was once a beginner. Now, let's begin today's episode. Today's topic is very important: why most people fail to learn English and how you can succeed. If you are a beginner, or if you have been trying to learn English for months or even years, this episode is especially for you. Many people ask me, how can I become fluent in English? But I think they are asking the wrong question. The better question is, how can I continue learning English without giving up? Because learning English is not a one-day challenge. It is not something you finish in a week or even a month. Learning a language is a lifelong skill. Just think about your own mother tongue. Did you learn it in 1 month? Of course not. As a child, you listened for months before you spoke your first words. Then you slowly learned sentences. After many years, you became fluent. English is exactly the same. So today, I want to share the mindset and habits that can help you become a confident English speaker. Let's begin. Lesson 1. Be patient. The first and most important quality is patience. Many learners start with great excitement. On the first day, they watch 5 YouTube videos. On the second day, they learn 20 new words. On the third day, they practice speaking for 30 minutes. But after 1 week, they look in the mirror and say, "I still can't speak English." Then they become disappointed. Finally, they stop learning. The problem is not their intelligence. The problem is their expectation. They expect a tree to grow the day after planting the seed. But does that happen? No. Every beautiful tree begins as a tiny seed. Every successful English speaker also begins with simple words. Patience is like watering that seed every day. One day you suddenly realize something amazing. You understand a movie. You understand a conversation. You answer someone without translating. That progress happens slowly, but it is real. A story. Let me tell you a simple story. Imagine 2 friends, Rahul and Aaron. Both started learning English on the same day. Rahul wanted quick results. He studied for 5 hours every day for 1 week. Then he stopped because he couldn't see improvement. Aaron studied only 15 minutes every day. He wasn't perfect. Some days he made mistakes. Some days he forgot words. But he continued. 3 months later, Rahul had forgotten almost everything. Aaron could introduce himself, ask questions, understand simple conversations, and speak with confidence. Who became successful? Not the smarter person, the more patient person. Always remember this: English is not a race. Everyone learns at a different speed. Lesson 2. Be consistent. The second secret is consistency. Consistency is even more powerful than studying for long hours. You don't need 3 hours every day. Sometimes 10 or 15 minutes is enough. The important thing is to never stop. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't brush your teeth for 3 hours on Sunday and then ignore them for the rest of the week. You brush them every single day. English works exactly the same way. Small daily practice creates big improvements. Even if today you only learn 2 new words, that's progress. Tomorrow, learn 2 more. At the end of 1 month, you will know many new words. At the end of 1 year, you will surprise yourself. Don't ask, how much English can I learn today? Instead ask, can I learn something today? That small change in thinking can change your entire learning journey. Lesson 3. Start small. Many beginners think they need thousands of words before speaking. That is not true. If you know only 5 words, start speaking with those 5 words. Small steps are still steps. For example, learn simple daily sentences. I am drinking tea. I am washing the dishes. I am cleaning my room. I am doing my homework. I am cooking dinner. These are simple sentences, but these are the sentences we use every day. Real English begins with real life. Don't try to memorize difficult vocabulary that you never use. Instead, learn the English for your daily life. When you use those sentences every day, they become natural. Little by little, your confidence grows, and confidence is more important than perfection. Lesson 4. Think in English. Many beginners say, I'm afraid to speak. That's okay. You don't have to speak perfectly on the first day. Start by thinking in English. When you wake up, think, I am getting up. While making tea, think, I am making tea. While walking outside, think, the weather is nice today. Nobody can hear your thoughts. So don't be afraid. This simple habit trains your brain to use English naturally. Slowly, those thoughts become spoken words. And one day, without even realizing it, English begins to come out of your mouth naturally. Why most people fail to learn English and how you can succeed. Lesson 5. Write every day. Now let's move to another powerful habit. Writing. Many English learners only watch videos or listen to podcasts, but they never write anything. Writing helps your brain remember what you learn. You don't have to write a full essay. Start with 3 to 5 simple sentences every day. For example, today I woke up at 6 o'clock. I made a cup of tea. I cleaned my room. I watched an English video. I learned 2 new words. That's enough. When you write, don't worry about making mistakes. Mistakes are not your enemy. They are your teachers. Keep a small notebook only for English. Every day, write a few sentences. After 1 month, go back and read your first page. You will be surprised. You will notice that your English has already improved. Progress becomes easier to see when you write it down. Lesson 6. Speak out loud. Many learners know hundreds of English words. But when someone asks them a simple question, they become silent. Why? Because they have never trained their mouth to speak English. Listening is important. Reading is important. Writing is important. But speaking is a skill that only improves when you actually speak. Don't wait for the perfect day. Don't wait until your English becomes perfect. Start today. Read your sentences aloud. Talk to yourself. Describe what you are doing. Record your own voice on your phone. At first, you may feel shy. You may think your pronunciation is not good. That's completely normal. Every fluent speaker once sounded like a beginner. The difference is that they kept practicing. The more you speak, the more natural English becomes. Remember this, your mouth becomes confident only when it practices. Lesson 7. Read the right books. Now I want to share one of my favorite tips. Many beginners make one common mistake. They buy difficult novels. They open the first page. After reading 2 paragraphs, they understand almost nothing. Then they say, "My English is very poor." No, you are not poor at English. You simply chose a book that was too difficult. Imagine asking a child who has just learned the alphabet to read a university textbook. Would that be fair? Of course not. The same is true for English learners. Instead, start with children's books. Children's books use simple vocabulary. The sentences are short. The grammar is easier to understand. The stories are interesting. Most importantly, you enjoy reading them. When learning feels enjoyable, you continue, and consistency is the key to success. Lesson 8. Learn vocabulary. Naturally. While reading, you will find new words. Don't skip them. Don't become frustrated either. Take a pencil. Underline the words you don't know. Then use your phone or a dictionary to find the meaning. Write the meaning beside the word or in your notebook. Now continue reading. The next day, read the same story again. This time, those words will feel familiar. Read it a third time. You will understand even more. Without trying to memorize long vocabulary lists, you have naturally learned new words. This is much easier than memorizing hundreds of random words. Because your brain remembers words better when they are connected to a story. That is why teachers often use stories instead of word lists. People may forget a lesson, but they usually remember a story. So whenever you learn a new word, try to learn it inside a sentence or a story. Your memory will become much stronger. Lesson 9. Learn through stories. This reminds me of something very important. Whenever we teach something, examples make it easier to understand. Think about your school days. Do you remember every definition from your textbooks? Probably not. But you probably remember many stories your teachers told. Stories stay in our minds much longer than facts. The same happens while learning English. When you learn a new word through a story, your brain creates a picture. That picture helps you remember the word naturally. So don't only study grammar, read stories, listen to stories, watch simple English stories. Even if you already know the ending, listen again. Every time you hear the story, your vocabulary becomes stronger. English is not only about rules, it is also about understanding people, emotions, and experiences. Stories teach all of these at the same time. And that is why they are one of the most powerful learning tools in the world. Lesson 10. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Now let's talk about something that stops many learners. Fear. Many people don't speak English because they are afraid of making mistakes. They think, what if people laugh at me? What if my grammar is wrong? What if my pronunciation is not good? Let me ask you a simple question. When a baby learns to walk, does the baby fall? Yes, many times. But does the baby stop trying? No. The baby gets up and walks again. Speaking English is exactly the same. Every mistake teaches you something new. If you never make mistakes, it probably means you are not practicing enough. Remember this. Mistakes are proof that you are learning. Don't wait until your English is perfect. Speak with the English you have today. Tomorrow, your English will become a little better. Next week, it will become even better. One small improvement every day creates amazing results. Lesson 11. Stop comparing yourself to others. Another habit that slows down learning is comparison. You watch someone speaking fluent English on YouTube. Then you think, I can never speak like that. But you don't know their journey. Maybe they practiced every day for 5 years. Maybe they made thousands of mistakes before becoming fluent. You are only seeing their success. You are not seeing their struggle. Instead of comparing yourself with someone else, compare yourself with the person you were yesterday. Ask yourself, did I learn one new word today? Did I practice for 10 minutes today? If the answer is yes, then you are moving forward. That is what really matters. Lesson 12. Build a simple daily routine. Many people ask, what should I do every day? Here is a simple routine. Spend 5 minutes learning 5 new words. Spend 10 minutes reading a simple English story. Spend 5 minutes writing 3 to 5 sentences about your day. Spend 10 minutes speaking those sentences aloud. Finally, spend a few minutes thinking in English while doing your daily activities. This routine takes only about 30 minutes. If you cannot practice for 30 minutes, start with 15. Even 10 minutes every day is better than 2 hours once a week. Remember, consistency always wins. Final motivation. Before I finish today's episode, I want to leave you with one important message. Please don't give up. I know there will be days when English feels difficult. There will be days when you forget words. There will be days when you feel that you are making no progress. That is completely normal. Every successful English speaker has experienced those same feelings. The only difference is that they didn't stop. They kept learning. They kept practicing. They kept believing in themselves. Always remember this. Learning English is not about being perfect. It is about becoming a little better every single day. Success doesn't come from one big step. It comes from thousands of small steps taken consistently. Believe in yourself. Be patient. Be consistent. Read every day. Write every day. Speak every day. Think in English every day. One day you will look back and smile. You will realize that the English which once felt impossible has become a part of your life. Because nothing is impossible in this world. Human beings can achieve amazing things when they have determination, patience, consistency, and the courage to keep working. If someone else can learn English, you can learn it too. Your journey may be slow, but slow progress is still progress. Never underestimate the power of one small step repeated every single day. One day you will speak English with confidence. One day you will understand movies without subtitles. One day you will have conversations without fear. And on that day, you will be thankful that you never gave up. Keep believing. Keep practicing. Keep moving forward. Your future self will thank you. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you enjoyed this podcast, please share it with someone who is learning English. And remember, your English journey starts with one word, one sentence, and one small step at a time. I'll see you in the next episode. Take care, keep smiling, and keep learning. Goodbye.